welcome back to that Eurovision site for another season of Supernova interviews. I'm joined today by the lovable Marta. Firstly, can you introduce yourself in your own words? Who, who is Marta? What does she do?
Hi, thank you for having me. Well, Marta is an independent artist and a songwriter, also a radio DJ. But yeah, writing songs, making music, that's my thing, I guess, for the past 9 years.
Yeah, and it's 9 years since you were last in Supernova as well. Why
Yeah,
do you,
almost. It's crazy.
why is now the time you decided let's try again?
Last year was like a big year of change for me. I had been writing in Latvian all this time, and last year I was like, oh, I need something new. I need to find new ways to be creative. I need to find new audiences. And then I just kind of decided, okay, I'm going to try, let's see if I can write in English. And I started collaborating internationally. I made a new TikTok account for my international audiences, and this Supernova thing kind of felt like a logical next thing to do, because I have been active in English and abroad for the last year and a half. So this was like, okay, let's just find some more people. And so far, I'm overwhelmed in a good way by how well the song has been perceived, and I've got new listeners already. So I'm very grateful and happy that I did it.
Yeah, can you tell us more about your song Lovable? What was the story behind it? What do you
I
want
want,
people to think
yeah,
about it?
it's a positive message, and I've got to say, like, mostly when I write, it's kind of therapy for me, and usually there is something that's painful or something that's bothering me or something that I want to express, in that way and kind of help myself heal. This time, I just wanted to write about what it feels like to be completely like head over heels, to be falling for someone. And yeah, it can feel dangerous and it can feel scary, but overall, that feeling is good. That feeling is very lovable and positive. And when we were writing the song, we weren't particularly thinking about Eurovision or Supernova. We just wanted to make a good song. And when we wrote it, I was like, yeah, this might be the one because it has such a positive message, and I wanted to apply with something that's light. And I think we're living in a world where, there's enough darkness, and I just wanted to do something positive with this platform.
And one of the people I think you wrote the song with, JJ Lush, he's a name that might be familiar to some of the people watching. He's done a few songs they might recognize, Eat Your Salad, and one of my favorites, Stay by Monica Linkita. How good does it have someone with like that experience to like lean on and help like get your
Well,
message
the
out there?
Well, JJ and I were like friends, good music friends for quite a while, and he's produced a lot of my stuff, and we've created an album together pretty much. But this time, I went to Stockholm, and the first idea was kind of written with Mikaela Stridback and Joel Werner, who are Swedish authors and yeah, songwriters and musicians. And then I kind of took the idea back home, the initial demo, the initial idea, and kept like reworking it and perfecting it with the help of JJ and with the help of another musician friend of mine, Ralfs, aka Ralm. And yeah, I love them all. It's been a pleasure working with these people, and I think everyone's really happy. It's been an enjoyable process. Yeah, not just the result, but you've got to have fun. I just want to make music with people who I enjoy being in the same room with, and these ones are exactly that.
And as as well as being a pop singer and a radio presenter, as you touched on, you're also trained
Yeah.
in musical theatre.
Yeah, I know. I've been listening to Wicked, the soundtrack, like non-stop for the last few days. I can't stop. I won't stop. I will listen to it until I'm sick of it. I love musical theatre. Yeah, I do love pop more. I sometimes say I've got pop in my DNA. But yeah, I studied in London. I studied musical theatre, and I've kind of my journey has been kind of weird because it's been music, then it's been theatre, and for the past almost decade, I guess, I have found my calling. At least it is for now. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but yeah, I kind of switched and shifted from musical theatre and theatre to songwriting in 2015, 2016.
I was wondering, just as a fun one, if you could put the song Lovable into any musical, which would you choose and who would sing it?
Oh wow, what a question about Wicked at that because it's my physical and but then I'm thinking like who would sing it? I like musically, I think it would suit Glinda more, but the theme and the lyrics would suit no sorry it would suit Alphaba with the darkness of the production, but I think the words would suit yeah, Glinda. I don't know, yeah, one of those girls. You really got me nervous here, I'm sorry. But yeah.
And you've touched on just a bit ago that you last year released your first song in English. Uh,
Yeah.
you also released your first EP, Wrong Woman. What's the reception to that been like as your first like after what was probably like a very risky move to go from that
It
being told there?
was because yeah, because I was doing kind of well, kind of okay here at home, and I've had my songs on radio, and I had, my fans, and I still have them, thank God. They haven't like turned their backs on me. Um, but writing in English and, doing TikTok in English and all that, all the stuff that I have been doing and collaborating with people abroad, it's been so interesting. I have never had so much fun in my career, my whole life, honestly. And the new listeners who have found my music, mostly thanks to TikTok, I guess, they are so devoted and they are true fans. And we've even figured out a fandom name which I didn't have before, but for the past few months my fans have been calling themselves martinis now.
Oh.
I think that's very cute and I am going with it. So yeah, I have a joke that I have three fans in each country, but I think it's getting more every day. And I'm very, very grateful for that. It's mind blowing that something that I just create in my little head, in my thoughts, can then reach someone somewhere else, and it's quite a journey, and I love it.
So would you say that even in Latvia it was like a positive reception, if it's right?
The EP in Latvia,
Yeah.
it's positive, but I do feel that the majority of Latvians prefer music in Latvian. So, so yeah, I think they are quite not. I forgot the word. Like they are eager to hear something new from me in Latvian as well, and they will get it. They will get it for sure. I'm not saying that this is it, that I'm only writing in English now, but this is just something that I had to do. And if I hadn't done it, I don't know, I'd probably keep thinking, oh, what if? What if? It's scary, but I want to, but how? And oh my God. I like doing things that I'm scared of because then I feel like I can grow and then I can overcome my fear and maybe, you know, something can happen and we don't know what.
Yeah. And do you think that in order, you say you want to find international fans, this is a great way to do this? Is that something you've thought of, like wanting to build international fan bases, go to one of the most international things there is?
Yeah, it's amazing. I don't think I realized because it's been a while since I last did it and things have changed and the internet era has changed quite dramatically in the last few years with TikTok and everything. I now realize how much this means and how crazy, in a good sense, the Eurovision community is. You guys are amazing. I have now found out like how many of you there is, first of all, and how sweet and kind you are. And it's great. It's like I'm almost getting emotional. I feel like this was such a good move, and I'm so glad that I did it because honestly, I can get very scared and anxious, and it's not easy for me. As I say, I keep overcoming my fear and I just keep pushing myself and doing things, but it's not easy, and it took me a lot of courage to apply. But I don't regret it at all. The Eurovision community is crazy. Like this is I think it's my third or fourth interview potentially, and I keep receiving emails, and I'm like, I just want to say yes to all of them, and it's fun talking to you.
I think the nicest part of that is once you're in forever. Like people like 10, 15 years down the line, they'll remember you probably.
But what if I do something wrong? What if like I'm what give me some advice. Give me some advice. How should I what should I do?
Just
What should I not do?
I think you should just be yourself. That's
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying my best. And yeah, I've been working hard with Lovable actually since last spring, I guess. So it's not something like, nah, okay, whatever, I'm gonna apply. This is a big thing for me, a big deal. So yeah, I'm doing my best and I'm working on the show. Can't tell you anything, but I'm trying to make it fun
fun's all you really want at the end of the day, really.
and lovable.
Of course. And for a lot of our audience, Lovable will be the first song they're hearing from you. So I was wondering, could you recommend for the fans of Lovable who they like what they hear, maybe one song of yours from your English section and one from the Latvian section that if people like Lovable, you think they'll like that as well?
Oh yes. Oh, I love this question. Definitely. Well, in the perfect world, I would love them to listen to the whole EP because that's my newest release. And it has 6 songs and they're kind of like up and down. There are happy songs and there are sad songs. It's like a whole thing. But if I only have to choose one, then I'll say I'll Be Enough from this EP. It's a very emotional song and it's about feeling like you're not enough, but hoping that you'll be okay tomorrow. So I think that's something that I can recommend. And my Latvian stuff, wow. I think I'd say mīlestības kontrabanda, which is uh, contraband of love. Con contraband, is that a word?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, contraband of love. Yeah, I think that could be like a good place to start, and then hopefully you just stay on my Spotify and we're our besties forever.
And obviously, Supernova, it's a Eurovision pre-selection. Do you have any like fond memories of watching either Eurovision or any of the past few Supernova editions in the last few years or growing up?
Oh, well, absolutely. Like, I can even remember the first time I ever watched Eurovision, and it was such a big deal for me as a kid. And I remember watching it with my mom and dad, and it was obviously like late at night and way past my bedtime, but we were watching it together. And Latvia was taking part. This band, Prata Vatra, Brainstorm. I was doing it, and oh, it felt so special. And then the following year, Latvia won and it quickly became like a very, very big event every year for me as a child. And recently, obviously, I keep watching and supporting everyone, and I think it takes a lot of courage to do it. And I'm I'm proud of everyone who has done it. It's a massive stage, and I think everyone is just trying their best. No one goes to Eurovision with like, okay, whatever. Everyone is trying their best, and I think it should be celebrated.
And are there any particular favorites that stand out to you or people maybe you take influence from in your own work?
Um, well, I'm very proud of the year that Latvia won. I think that's kind of like an iconic entry for us, Marianne, with the dress change. And I kind of, for my song Lovable, it's the same colors. It's like white and red. And I don't know if you've seen my music video. If you haven't, please check it out. And it's kind of like, yeah, love takes over and you go from white to red. But I don't know, we've had some great entries and I don't know. Zimermanis was so much fun as well, and Sudden Lights, and Yeah, and last year Dons did great, and the winner was amazing as well. There's a lot. It's hard to choose. Imagine if I asked you this question, what would you say? It's crazy.
I'd be going for hours.
Yeah.
And for our last question, this is just a bit of a fun one, nothing to do with
Okay.
Eurovision or Supernova.
Okay.
You actually just randomly came up on my TikTok a few days ago, but before I even like sent off the, emails.
Really?
Yeah, I was like,
My
oh, I
English
know.
one, yeah?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I know her. But I saw that through like a bit of stalking that you're a fan of Griff, and she's one of my favorite artists. I'm wondering,
I
what are your
love
favorite
Griff.
Griff songs?
Oh, Last Night's Mascara is amazing, but I'm like, why did she only go viral with that one? I just
I
don't get
know.
it because Vertigo was like so amazing as well, right? And all her songwriting and Head on Fire with Sigrid, right? And Black Hole and Yellow and I love Griff and I'm gonna write with her one day. And she's friends with Maisie Peters and I love Maisie Peters as well. And I just really want to kind of make my way to that community and Holly Humberstone as well. I just love girls in music and no offense to boys and but I just yeah, girls in pop, that's my obsession and I'm trying to be one of them.
Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you so
But
much.
just before you go, do you have any message to your international fans, your Latvian fans, anyone?
Mm. Wow, this is a big one as well. Well, obviously please go stream Lovable and share it with your friends if you like it. But like the one thing that I try to live by and try to remember to remind myself and to remind others as well that time is time goes so quickly. So don't waste it with people that are like bad to you and don't waste it doing things that you don't enjoy doing. Just even if you're scared go for it and do it and live the best life because we don't know what happens after that. So just have fun.
So thank you so much, Marta, for coming. You can
Thank
check her
you.
out in Supernova at the start of next year, and best of luck.
Thank you. And can I just say, it's Marta Does Music on TikTok. Thank you so much.